Welcome back to Cookies and Milk.
Welcome back to Cookies and Milk.
It is a video game podcast, and it is Ben's birthday.
My birthday. We're having cake to celebrate my birthday. I'm 22 years old.
It's crazy.
Holy shit, dude.
Almost as old as the original Mario games.
It's like a video game thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't know. I don't play video games.
Yeah, I don't play video games either. So I have a topic for the podcast that I just thought up.
You just randomly thought it up?
Yeah. And it's after playing a bit of Treasure Cruise earlier.
Okay.
And it is things that shouldn't have been in the game to begin with.
Right.
Or things that have been patched in later that should have been in the game to start with. So...
Is this just more talking about the games that are unfinished?
Not so much.
So we can't talk about things the games are very clearly missing?
I mean, we can talk about that, but let me talk about, to get the ball rolling with this topic. There's a certain slot in Treasure Cruise called Tandem Orbs, and they're useless. Like, the tandem functionality, that's mainly
it's
what it is.
basically an empty slot.
It's, unless you're using a team that switches those to matching, or makes that matching. But other than that, it's a useless slot. You don't see a lot of people using teams that work together, and there's no teams that work together in the late game. Like, it's just the beginning units.
Right.
And feels like they just sort of got lazy with it and just didn't want to do it.
Oh, this is your thing that shouldn't have been in the game in the first place.
Right.
Got it, okay. I feel like, yeah, that's fair, because it's bad. Like, it's a really bad thing. It makes sense real early game, and it's like, oh, if you have Luffy and Sanji and Zoro on your team, you can do a special attack, and it's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but you don't have... Luffy's the only captain
who boosts anybody else like that.
Yeah, and he's not the best.
You need like a rainbow team that also uses the entire Straw Hat crew. Yeah.
Or, maybe incorporate more units. Like stronger units maybe, huh? Maybe like make a...
Is there a tandem for the admirals?
I don't think so.
I gotta assume there is.
I mean, which admirals are you talking about? Are you talking about
Aokiji?
No, I mean the story mode, like the ones you get from story mode, or the ones you get from Suko?
That's my question about tandem. Tandem only works with one type of unit. You have to have, because the way I thought it was that if you had any Sanji, any Zoro, any Luffy, that's dumb as fuck.
Yeah. Even so, why the fuck would you be doing something like that? If, say, you're running a 3-day 2-year Sanji,
yeah,
next to a 3-day 2-year Zoro. I mean, I guess it would work on a 3-day 2-year Luffy team because he's a rainbow, but Sanji's special and Zoro's special are useless to each other.
They just boost the other characters.
Zoro is slasher booster. Sanji's a powerhouse booster. Luffy just makes perfects easier to hit. You can't work. I mean, you could try to work the Nami, Chopper, Usopp in there, but Usopp's a green booster, 3-day 2-year.
It just doesn't work out.
Nami works on cerebral teams, and Chopper works on psi teams. It's not...
Yeah, none of it is made to work out. It's just like a cool thing that they didn't put enough thought into. So, I'll go ahead and talk about something that was fixed. And I'm so glad it's fixed, and I don't know why other games haven't done this shit yet.
Yeah?
Kingdom Hearts, Unchained Key, Battle Stacks.
Yeah.
Back when I first got into Unchained Key, there were no metal stacks.
Right, it was bad.
And it was like, in the early game, when you were getting magic mirrors from events and whatever, it was just like, cool, I guess I have 5 magic mirrors now, and that's just gonna fuck me up.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But you knew they were special, so you had to hold on to them.
You had to save them, and they aren't. They're so good.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it'd be even better if you had a Mickey and Brooms with him, huh?
Yeah. I mean, if we had Mickey and Brooms in the English version, it would be great.
Things that should be in the game, Mickey and Brooms on English.
Yeah. But they don't have that in Treasure Cruise yet, and it's fucking killing me.
They're not gonna.
What? I mean, I know they're not gonna because it's so awkward the way the medals are all set up because there's like 600 different fucking things for each color.
It's weird. It's so much easier to level up and evolve medals in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
So you don't really need medal stacks for that, but I mean it's nice. But you definitely need evolver stacks in One Piece because whoo boy,
Yeah.
I don't want to waste a gem expanding most times, but ooh,
It's killing me right now. Like, they had those events a while back that it was like Evolver Island and Booster Island, and you get a gem out of it. And then I just had to use the gem to fucking increase my capacity.
yeah.
Because god damn it. And it was like, don't worry, you can evolve them. And I'm like, can I? Can I evolve them? And it was like, you have all the materials. And I'm like, what level do they need to be? And it's like 70. And I'm like, I've given them 16 fucking Hime turtles. And it's
Yeah.
like, 53, fucker.
I'm at a dilemma with I was given two max evolvers, max boosters. You probably have them too.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, the beasts?
the feasts,
Yeah.
and I've gotten them before, and I don't want to use them on anything I have right now.
With the exact same boat.
I
I
wanna
currently
use-
have 3 feasts.
I want to pull them on you have one from Christmas or New Year's.
Kept one from Christmas.
I mean, hey, that's fine. I really need another Sugo.
yeah.
Like, my account is just aching for another Sugo. Like, it's ridiculous how much of no Sugos I have on English. After fucking 400 days. Even more.
Yeah.
Just Boa.
I still don't have one in my phone version and my iPad version. I gotta do some stuff to my iPad. This is getting unbearable. Treasure Cruise runs so slowly on there that the only reason I can actually play the game is because Boa's a nightmare. Like, she... And then I keep getting, like, the best. I get, like, Doflamingo Sugo, and I get Marco Sugo as friend captains.
You get Doflamingo Sugo?
Is that the blue one?
That sounds really hard to use on a slow iPad.
What does he do?
It's just you have to score perfects.
Well, it doesn't matter because he's just a very strong unit, and Boa boosts him by 2.75.
Yeah, I mean...
And I'm only on Buggy.
Wait, what?
I'm fighting Buggy.
Oh, on iPad. You got me confused because you're on Little Garden in
Oh, yeah.
your
I'm
phone. It's the weirdest thing.
As a brief tandem.
Tandem?
Tangent.
Got Treasure Cruise on your mind, huh?
I regret having the cake like this. So...
We put our cake slices in our cups and poured it with milk.
Yeah. And it's a lot, dude.
It's a lot of
There was a lot of icing on this cake.
Yeah.
I don't mind the chocolate. Chocolate with any amount of milk is fine.
Yeah.
The icing is what really got me. Because, like, the chocolate and the icing fell apart in my cup. So I was just scooping out icing and I feel sick. Speaking of other things that happen and exist.
Ooh, I actually didn't have that much icing on my cake. So,
Yeah,
like,
I got,
all I
like-
got is this.
I had the flour on the cake, like the icing flour.
Right, I gave it to you because it was the bigger piece. The
You
flour
can't.
because it's your birthday.
Uh,
But I guess I win this round.
this is a tangent on this other thing. I don't like icing at all.
Icing is bad.
Like,
Like-
it's garbage. There's a call-out post from my boyfriend. It was his dad's birthday on Saturday.
Yeah? Oh, really?
Yeah, so we had a sort of tandem breakfast.
He had a good orb
tandem
on it,
lunch,
and then
then I activated my special, and we tapped exactly
that's
correct.
the real tandem.
That's the real... yeah.
Because I'm gonna.
Take a tandem off.
There's a
Go
cerebral
out of
team.
tandem.
There's a cerebral team. It's all about tandem quickly fell away because it's more about creating specials around each other.
Right.
Because what? What are you looking
Is
at?
that a flashing light outside? It's not there anymore. There was a flashing light outside.
Sure,
Probably like aliens or some shit. It's
of
fine.
course. What was I saying? Ben's still looking at that window.
Something about specials or whatever. Specials around each other.
I've been pining after a Sugo Crocodile team. It's a cerebral attack booster, and he is strongest when your HP is at 1. And there are 2 cerebrals that do that. There's 3-2-year Robin and Killer. They both set it to 1, and they're both cerebral. She also locks slots. Robin. So, say you put Robin on your team, you get Clash Kuma. Clash Kuma changes a myriad of orbs into matching. So it's everything that's not a solid orb. Or a G-orb. G-orbs are weird. You've never experienced a G-orb. They're very rare. They're not even in the main quests. They're just on some certain islands. And also, Lao G uses them because he's obsessed with the letter G. But
who wouldn't be, dude?
I mean, it's weird. But so he changes orbs to matching and boosts their slot effects. Robin locks the slots. Crocodile doubles cerebral character's attack when he's at. So it's 3.25. That's his multiplier at 1 health. Double Croc, both at 1 health. And then Crocodile doubles cerebral character's attack if they are at 1 health. Or
Jesus.
Under a certain amount of health.
Right.
So 3.25 plus 3.25. That's 6.5.
Yeah.
Then it's times 8.5.
Jesus, okay.
Slot effects have been, I'm going to say, doubled, or at least 1.75 by Kuma. So I think that works.
It's a lot. Like, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That you'd burst down anything. That's the true tandem of the game.
And it's like, or you can get a tandem orb and deal like an okay amount of damage.
You can deal damage to everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad.
Yeah, it's not good.
So let's get off Treasure Cruise because we've been on it for 12 minutes.
We'll call back to the tandem where I was.
Right.
I went out to dinner and I went to this like deli-ish place.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's fine. I got salami melt, I think it was.
Yeah.
And it was a salami sandwich, like a bunch of salami, and then like there was an egg in it. Like there was just an egg on the sandwich.
Like a cooked egg or?
Like a cooked egg.
Okay.
No, like a egg they took out of the carton and they just put on top of the sandwich.
Of course.
And they're like, eat it, idiot. And I was like, I don't know about
I
this.
love delis!
No, I went in there and I was like, I don't know about this. This is not my kind of restaurant.
Right.
And Alan's sister got like this. She was like, "Oh, you got the melt. I was gonna get that," and I was like, "All right, wow, you can still get it." She ended up getting this gigantic sandwich. These were like the idea sandwiches, you know, like Scooby Doo sandwiches.
Where
that's these
like,
fucking things look like.
And he's just like,
It's like it was bread, and then like a bunch of turkey,
Oh,
and then a
God.
bunch of ham, and then like a bunch of salami. And then the other half of the bread was like leaning. Like it was like if you opened a book.
What?
That's what this fucking sandwich looked like. And it was like, how are you gonna eat that?
did she eat it all?
I don't know. I think she got like halfway into it.
Oh.
But like I was eating that. And I
Did
was
the
like,
rest of Alan's family eat like that?
Yeah, they got like a bunch of crazy stuff.
Really?
You can only get crazy stuff there.
Well, I mean, it is a deli place.
I was like trying to get something that wasn't crazy, and I was like, egg isn't crazy.
Egg is crazy.
And then I ate it.
On
and I
a
was like,
sandwich?
I feel gone
On
from
a
this reality.
Deli sandwich, dude?
And then
Did you
we-
eat the whole thing?
Yeah, I ate the whole thing.
Jesus Christ. How big was it?
It wasn't that big. It was like a thick sandwich. It was like the width of a burger.
Okay, a thick sandwich makes up for the length. Wait. Yeah, it does.
When did I describe the length?
You said it wasn't that big. So you described the
Oh,
width.
I was describing the width. It was like a burger. It was like burger size.
Oh,
like a
okay.
big burger.
Okay.
That's what the size it was.
Right. All right, then.
But so, and then we got back and they had cupcakes, like little cupcakes. And it was like, oh, it's just like fun birthday stuff. And then she was like, Ben, you want coconut icing on yours? And I was like, fucking absolutely. What?
Was it bad?
No, it's like the German chocolate. You know German chocolate cake?
Oh, okay.
It's the icing on that. And that's my favorite.
I mean, that's not too bad.
Not too bad. That's top tier cake stuff.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
best dessert.
You're getting caught up on the icing, dude.
That's
Keep talking about the icing.
That's what this whole conversation has been about. Not Treasure Cruise, icing. But
oh wait, yeah.
so
She mentioned it.
the mom took the icing off of the little cupcake and spread some coconut on it and gave me that. And she was like, "Does anybody want this other icing?" And I was like, "I do." And I was like,
You said that?
"No." Alan was like, "I want the other icing."
Oh.
And then I watched the love of my life just eat like the icing off the top of a cupcake. And I was getting like sick to my stomach just watching it, dude, because icing is gross.
You were looking at the lease on your apartment. You're like,
I was looking at the ring that I had bought a ring to marry Alan. And I was like, oh,
not yet, not yet.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait a little bit. But no. That's the moral of the story. There's like those sugar
Happy
cookies.
birthday, Alan's dad. I'm marrying your son.
I'm marrying your son. That's my gift to you. I'm your son.
Yeah, icing, wedding's off.
Christ.
Happy birthday, but I'm out.
I go to the cake, like we're getting.
You go into the cake. You dive into the cake.
Is there icing on this?
Oh, ass. Cowards, actually.
Like, we're cutting the cake, and I'm like, is that icing on that? Is this just boring ass icing? I'm gonna get married, and my cake is just it's just gonna be like a normal, basic ass German chocolate cake. And I'll be like,
normal
good.
German chocolate.
Fuck are you trying to say here, dude?
I'm saying it's unrealistic. You can't have a normal German chocolate cake.
It can't be normal and German chocolate.
Yeah.
You're right, because German chocolate is perfection.
Right, I mean... what? No.
Back to video games.
Of course.
Neo came out, and I've been playing Neo.
Yeah.
And it's great. They did a couple things different.
From the beta?
From the beta, and the alpha, and the most recent demo.
And the Omega, and the...
The Centauri.
Right. Come on. That's not even... Greek lettering. That's just a sun.
Yes. But one of the things that disappointed me the most, you get a little cat follower, and it's like, whatever. I don't give a shit about this cat follower. He just shows up sometimes to talk to you about things.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite moments from the beta was there was just like a wall mimic.
Oh.
Like, this wall looks a little bit different than the other walls, and it's got like these two holes in it. Like these two like sort of things, and if you walk right up to it, the eyes open up.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's like, holy shit. And then if you hit it enough times, you fight it. Like it's its own little boss fight.
Yeah.
And it's sweet as fuck.
Does it open a doorway?
Yeah, there's space behind it, like for secrets.
That's interesting.
And it was great, like discovering that. And then I was a follower in somebody else's world.
Right.
And they just walked past it, and I just stood there, like near the wall.
Oh, that's fun. I like showing people the way.
And then they were like, what?
That.
The fuck is going on? And then I hit it, and they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then they ran away as soon as I summoned the boss. And it was great. But what happens in the game is that you're just walking around, and the cat follower is like, isn't it weird how the walls seem to take such an interest in you? And I was like...
That's unnecessary.
Like, that sort of ruins the fun of finding the wall mimic. Like, it's a sort of cryptic message if you don't know what's going on. But even then, it's like, hey, explore here.
There's a fun thing.
Hey.
There's a fun thing that Souls games do, is that they give off a vagueness that no other game can really capture. They're trying to tell a story, and I think that's fine. But does Neo leave parts of the story up for interpretation?
Not so far, no.
Yeah, Souls games really like that, and it's an area is how you make of it.
Yeah.
In Souls games, I mean, there's always different ways you can go about doing things. You could try to taunt one away. You could try to just roll around and be a little dick. And you can explore. And goddamn, I hate the fact that there are some fake walls.
Yeah.
Because people just put messages on the ground. It's like, illusion ahead. And I'll just hit the wall and like my sword will bounce off and like, fuck you.
That's a totally different thing. Neo, for the first part, doesn't have any of those messages
Yeah.
on the ground. There's no, like, something here.
Right.
You see a bloody grave and you're like, somebody died here, I guess.
Uh-huh.
That's sort of fucked. Uh, I lied. There is currently, like, a sort of mystery. Neo, Mr. William Neo,
Right.
the whitest man in Asia,
Yeah.
can see guardian
It's like
spirits.
Matt Damon
Yeah, in the wall.
in the Great
In
Wall.
the Great Wall, it's exactly like that. Except Japan instead of China.
Only in the speaking of that for a second. In the Great Wall, the trailers, I have only seen white men talk. Only white men talk. Like, how does that even happen?
I don't know. I literally don't know. Uh, but so there's not a lot explained so far as to why like any of this is really happening.
Dude, look at that cat.
Holy fucking shit, dude.
Pebble's looking cute. Ben's gonna take a picture. Keep talking.
There's no real explanation as to why you're able to like live so.
Oh!
Why you're able to keep living the whole time.
Yeah.
Or why you can see the guardian spirits.
The reason I said "oh" is because the front-facing camera was out open.
Yeah, we took a selfie.
Yeah. Well, the 20-minute mark. Oh, never mind. It was stopped.
It's been stopped for 3 hours.
Oh no! How'd that happen?
But despite all those things I've said about Neo, also I feel like a lot of things have happened in the Neo through all the betas to make the game easier.
Yeah.
There's in the original beta or alpha, there was weapon durability, so weapons would break over time, enforcing you to keep whetstones on you in order to make your weapons the highest caliber,
Right.
or find new weapons and switch out your options. They took that out. They replaced it with familiarity. Weapons get better the more you use them. So once you've got a weapon to full familiarity, you just never want to switch it.
Right.
Which is weird. That's the exact opposite.
That's something that mobile games do.
Yeah.
Not so much. I mean, it's Fire Emblem Heroes does that. Right now, I have
Weapon durability?
familiarity, and by that I mean units leveling.
Yeah.
It's one of those. I love the way they do it because it's like if a unit defeats a unit, they get experience. If a unit's good, they'll get more experience. If a unit's bad, not so much.
Right.
But like, right now I don't want to switch units. I don't think I'll ever need to switch because I think it's Legend Roy, and I think that's what it is, and I think I have a Legend Hector, and they're just the best.
Yeah, you never want to switch them.
But I'm sitting here with kind of bad blues and kind of iffy ranged, but they're the best I got.
Yeah.
And the rest of my team is just. I'm at the point where already that switching off would just be a bad idea.
Yeah.
And I have a bunch of units that are just going to waste.
That's a thing that is very prominent in mobile games. And this is a thing that's very prominent in video games, actually. And this is a fun topic for the next episode.
Yeah.
Is that the end-all, be-all. When you find the best thing, why would you ever stop using the best thing?
That's true.
I'll say some final thoughts on Neo. They added a run button.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Of course.
Dude. Like, it's
I'm surprised they
so
didn't have it in the
good.
beginning.
Like 90% of encounters I've just ran through, like just desperately trying to find the next shrine to pray at.
Oh yeah, that's how Souls games works.
They added the run button. They took away weapon durability.
Speaking of which, that's how I'm gonna get past the Boreal Valley in Dark Souls. I'm just gonna sprint through.
Yeah, just get the fuck out of there.
I'm just gonna put on some light equipment, sprint through because I can't fight them.
Yeah. They added weapon types. They did some other stuff. But it mostly feels like the game got a lot easier.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm mad currently. I fought 3 bosses in the alpha betas. 3? 4.
I have no idea.
I fought 4 bosses in the alphas, betas, demos.
Okay.
And they were all great. Like, all these boss fights made sense. They were all satisfying, and they were all good. And the first new boss I fought in the game was piece of garbage.
Ooh.
The centipede fight can go fuck itself. And then the current boss I'm on right now can go fuck itself. This thing's...
Huh.
Neo, why are you doing this
That
to
one
me?
woman you fought when I came over Saturday to record, was that your first time fighting her?
No, I beat her in, what, 2 tries?
I don't know. I thought I didn't. I think you were just fighting her when I came in and you killed her.
Yeah, I beat her in, first boss, I beat first try. Second boss, 2 tries. Third boss, 3 tries.
Is that true?
Yes, this
That
is...
lines up really weirdly.
Yeah, fourth boss, 1 try. Fifth boss, I actually beat the centipede, the boss I fucking hated, 1 try. After using every item I had.
Oh,
Almost
that
literally
sucks.
every item. Had I died there, I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
This current boss, I'm at like 7 tries.
Oh God.
He has a move that just kills me in 1 hit.
Oh.
And it's just like, and all of a
Yeah,
sudden, laser beam across the
that
entire
happens.
stage. And it's like,
That happens. Speaking, you mentioned weapon durability, and I realized that is still a thing in Dark Souls, but it just isn't necessary
yeah.
because I don't. The weapon durability doesn't go down fast. Like, it's not something that I'm actively like, oh shit, I gotta repair my weapon. More often than not, I'll like make some progress, maybe find a bonfire or a shortcut back, or I'll just go back to the bonfire, rest. It's at max durability again. Make it matter.
Yeah.
Like make that type of thing last. Make me have to go get repair powder.
That's one of the things I really liked about the first demo for Neo, was that I was always like, one of my items equipped had to be a whetstone.
Yeah.
Because I would literally like, all of a sudden your weapon would be low durability, and then you'd just be doing shit for damage, and you had to fix it no matter where you were.
Right.
And it was great. It added like a whole level to it. And I realized that this actually follows right back around to where we started with this conversation.
Oh yeah.
With things that they added in patches,
Yeah.
or things that shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Uh-huh.
They added running, and they removed weapon durability, and they added familiarity.
Well, do you think there shouldn't have been familiarity?
I think I think there could have been both.
I think that should have been the case.
It's a lot to deal with, but I think it's like a risk versus reward system. The more often you use a weapon, the more likely it is to lose durability. But then
the
the
better it'll
familiarity.
become.
And then there's a system in the game wherein if a thing gets to maximum familiarity,
Yeah.
you can like take parts of it and reforge it into a new weapon. But I never want to do that because it's
Right.
already like a great weapon. How could I spend time reforging it? But if the durability was all the way down and I didn't want to use a whetstone, I could reforge into a new weapon.
Right.
I think it'd be interesting if there were both of them. But that's
Yeah.
a different game, I guess. That's my new game that I'm pitching to you. It's called Neo 2.
I think you're gonna get sued.
By who?
Who made it?
Bandai Namco.
Oh, Bandai Namco again, huh? Bandai Namco made Treasure Cruise.
Of course. It all goes
They-
back to
they
Bandai
make a
Namco.
bunch of stuff.
Actually, hold on. Who made this cake?
Bandai Namco.
Bandai Namco? How did that happen?
I just see a label on the cup you were looking at. Pebble. Brought to us
Big Pebble.
by Bandai Namco.
Alright, I think that's a good place to stop the episode.
Oh my god, so much zoom on Pebble. What was the topic for next week, you said?
The end-all, be-all weapons.
Yeah.
Alright, fuck you. If you have
I can get behind
If you have
that.
a better topic,
I'll talk
maybe
about
you
Treasure
can-
Cruise again.
Yeah,
That's
got it.
definitely for sure.
Well, I mean, we can, because...
Fucking Christ, dude, don't drop your phone.
I mean, that works because I was going to talk about illustrated metals or like premium metals in general.
I'm gonna say, I want to talk about this now because it's a good topic, but I want to talk about premium metals in. Hey, buddy, thank you for closing the door. Premium metals are a lot different than Sugos, but sometimes it's just they can't always be the be all end all.
Right.
Because like Rayleigh team quadruples your chain multiplier. That's fun, but
It's not a be-all, end-all.
because an enemy can cut your chain multiplier, it can lock it at 2.
Also, if you fuck up your chain multiplier, then damn it.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh, alright. William's above that, I guess, you
getting
guys.
greats is just fine. I mean, it's a lot more critical if you miss a perfect on a Gear 3 Luffy. And I mean, I guess Gear 3 Luffy is half a Sugo. His special is not all that great for... He's a 3.5 boost attacker after 3 perfects.
Okay.
But not all Sugos are like that, because Boa Hancock, I pulled the weakest Sugo in terms of captain ability. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
2.75 boost, dude. What do you
Yeah,
want? What do you
but-
want from her?
she's not gonna be good until I can evolve her. 6+, because her 6+ makes sense. Her 6+, her special boosts Psy and quick characters attack by 1.75, makes the left side matching, gives a recovery orb to the captain. After a certain point, she still has the attack boost, but it decreases over time, the closer you get to 1 health.
Right.
But after like 50%, the recovery gets boosted, which that makes sense. I would like her Sugo to have started with boost by 2.75 after 70 health. It goes into 1.5 recovery, so you can get back
Yeah.
to the upwards of 70%. No, only when it's upwards of 70 health. Marco's just he's able to keep you there better. Why do they do that? Why did they
just
make
make a
two
better
of
one?
Why did they make 2 of the exact same but make 1 immediately better? And he has a better heal. Like 400 times his recovery
Jesus.
for the heal, and then boost slot effects. Boa's is 15 times her recovery and delays the enemy by 1 turn. Give me a 2 turn.
Yeah, at least. At the very least. We gotta call it on that.
We gotta call it on that.
We gotta call it on that.
We can talk about this
We
later.
gotta call it on that.
Yeah, okay.
We gotta call it on that.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Thanks.
Uh,
How would you rate the cake?
The cake was good. I mean, cake with milk is always nice, especially if it's drenched in milk.
Yeah. I mean, that's the ideal way to have chocolate cake.
I mean, the first slice we had, I didn't have any drink
Yeah, I had
with
water.
it. I didn't have anything. My mouth was really dry.
Speaking of, I had a Valentine's cream pie.
Oh.
I didn't have any milk to drink with it.
No.
I had to have water with it.
Oh.
But it was like, I don't even think milk would have gone well with a cream cake.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like almost like having milk with pumpkin pie. It doesn't, the consistency, it's like having milk with ice cream.
It doesn't add, but it doesn't take away.
Right. Like you might as well have water.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
That's the title of this episode, is you might as well have water.
What?
Boy, we gotta go. We gotta end it on that.
Hey, no. No more. Maybe no icing, just water. Because we were talking about icing this entire time.
We were talking about, not this entire time.
Yeah.
We
You blanked out, dude. Like, you were saying things like,
I was-
Treasure Cruise? What is that?
I was just like, I kept talking.
Like, well, this is a food
This
podcast.
is
That's
a-
why it's called Cookies and Milk.
Damn it. That's one of the fun things. I'm gonna sue the other people who have a Cookies and Milk podcast.
Do they? Is there another one?
Yeah, remember when we were talking to somebody and they were like, "Yeah, I googled cookies and milk and I couldn't find you guys
Fuck.
at all." Because there's a podcast where people talk about cookies and milk
Of course.
instead of video games, which is what we talk about. We should start a food podcast. We should start a podcast called something gaming.
And when
Maybe
would we record that?
like a fun gaming podcast that we can talk exclusively about food.
Delicious games?
No. It's gotta be
Tasty games?
No, it can't be food related. Let's call it 8-Bite Game.
No foods.
Anyways, we
You
gotta-
said no food! You shut down all of that! You shut down everything I was saying, and then you made the same thing!
we would call it Video Gamers.
This episode's more than is not over at all.
We would call it Video Gamers and talk exclusively about food, and then sometimes switch into what video game we're playing at the time.
Should we give a numerical rating to the cake?
I don't-
8 out of 10. Solid cake.
No, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10? Oh, you had the icing.
I had all the icing. I feel
So-
sick, dude.
Oh, that sucks. I remember one time I was having a glazed donut. No, it wasn't. It was one of those donuts you I'm putting the phone back down.
Don't put the phone down.
I remember I had a donut from Krispy Kreme, and it was the donut that had the chocolate ring.
Oh, the Nutella?
No. I wouldn't eat that. Nutella's garbage. It's hazelnut, dude.
Easy.
Our body is programmed to hate hazelnuts.
It's not even hazelnut, dude. It's just fucking chocolate. It's like chocolate and syrup. Idiot, you think there's hazelnuts in there?
People are copying Nutella by making hazelnut spread.
It tastes like hazelnut, okay?
Then it tastes like shit. Hazelnuts are bad.
Easy.
What am I saying? Oh yeah.
You're talking about a donut.
Like, it's just a simple donut. It's just a simple glazed donut with the chocolate on the top with sprinkles embedded, and like I was dipping it in milk, and like half of it just came off, like half of the top of it, and I was just like, okay, I'll just drink the milk and then scoop it into my mouth at the end. And it made me so sick.
Dude.
I don't know why. Like, I would have had it in my body either way, and I just fucking... I was dying from it.
Alright, welcome back to Video Gamers. This is a food-eating podcast where we're talking about food. As a... Krispy Kreme is like... When you bring Krispy Kreme home and you set it on the kitchen counter, it is top-tier donuts.
Yeah.
After 20 minutes, it is like bronze tier. Yeah. After a day...
It's the worst thing ever.
It's like, oh, God...
It has no staying power.
Some of it does.
You gotta eat the glazed as soon as possible, though.
Like cream filled.
Glazed donuts in the store, masterpiece.
Yeah. There's like a radius away from Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, that's their thing. People that live directly next to it, they just love it.
But it's like the cream filled donuts, the cream filled donuts of Krispy Kreme with chocolate on top.
Yeah,
those last. Those have lasting power.
They have lasting power.
Those could last you like.
I like jelly filled, but they have the same problem as the glazed because it's glazed all around it. It's covered in glaze.
You have to like nuke after you have to keep microwaving them like this.
Like day 1, 10 seconds. Day 2, 20 seconds. If you wanted more, I'd go
day
for...
Day 3, 40 seconds.
Day 5,
I woke up
a year.
In a daze. Like, I woke up because I was really I woke up in a glaze.
Oh, no. Welcome back to Video Gamers.
I woke up one morning, and I was like, I'm just going to have some donuts, and I was sleeping.
Is this episode 22?
Wow, really?
On your 22nd
on my
birthday?
22nd birthday?
That's great.
Damn.
That's fun.
Yeah, wow.
That'll never happen again.
Yeah, that's... Fuck.
Come on. Let's talk about donuts.
Let's start up a podcast.
Hey.
That's gonna be 19. We're into the 19th episode on your 19th birthday.
Right, of course.
And I
Video Gamers.
Yeah, video.
We just started another podcast.
We're starting Video Gamers. I actually ended the episode and started on Video Gamers. That's the title of this podcast, by the way.
No icing, just Video Gamers.
Just Video Gamers. And I was like, I grabbed a donut and I was like, well, whatever. We don't have any plastic plates, and I was like, I'll just grab one of these ceramic glass plates, and I put it in the microwave and I put it in for 10 seconds, and it like sparked the entire thing.
Oh God!
And I was like, oh shit! I've never like woken up faster in my life. As a brief ending point.
Hold on, wait. Putting bad things in microwaves. I remember I did that once. I accidentally put a fork in a bunch of Chinese food.
Oh right.
And I was so scared that I threw the Chinese food away, and it was the worst waste of food I had ever seen in my entire life.
I've actually made a similar fuck up with Chinese food. I put like the little thing, the container of Chinese food, in the microwave.
Oh no!
And I put it
with
in
the metal prong.
I mean, the metal prong wasn't an issue, but I put it in for like 30 seconds and it was still cold. Put it in for a minute, it was still cold. Put it in for 5 minutes. You never put anything in the microwave for 5 minutes. It shouldn't go to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The bottom was burnt. I was
no.
unaware that you could burn things in a microwave until I did that. Like, it was burnt, and then it peeled off the bottom.
Oh, and all of it fell out into the microwave?
No, it peeled off later, like, while I was already at the bottom. Because I was, like, trying to get some off the bottom, and it just ripped, and I was like...
Speaking of Chinese food-related fuck-ups, though,
yeah.
Every single time Chinese food, it's so good, and I always eat too much.
Yeah,
and it ruins the feeling. Oh man, like with Chinese food, especially the sweet and sour chicken.
Yeah.
In this family, that goes fast. You gotta eat as much as you can, and that just always kills me, dude.
there's a lot of mistakes I've made, and I do the same thing. Now that I'm only living with one person now,
Right.
but I'm still my mind is geared to eating with 4 other people in the house.
Yeah.
Uh, because I'm like,
And when I come over, I eat all your snacks
Yeah,
if I
all my
can.
snacks.
If you put them out in front of me.
that's my first mistake. But I have a bunch of coupons and stuff, and it's like buy a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts, get another dozen for free, and I'm
So
like,
you just bring home a dozen donuts
I
for
get
you
two
and Alan.
dozen donuts, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? With
One
this?
for me, one for you. Is there icing on it? No, there's not.
I got all glazed, and the next
Is
day
this
I'm
icing?
like, speaking of, have you ever had a Krispy Kreme donut without icing on it?
Like, I feel like it would be better.
No, they made hazelnut donuts recently.
Oh,
Cocoa
God damn
rings.
it!
And I got one because I was like, hazelnut is good,
No.
but the donut wasn't iced, so
Oh.
it was just like dough with bullshit hazelnut fuck
Oh,
on
wait a
it.
second.
And I was like, it's the worst thing I've ever eaten
Well,
in my
I
whole
mean,
life.
hold on. Have you ever had the Entenmann's no chocolate frosting donut?
Yes.
Because that's good. It's fine. I mean, like, there's no crunch. It's just a soft, nice. It's a nice thing. Like,
I don't like any of their softies.
okay,
You know,
softies are a different thing entirely.
I don't actually think I've had their one with no chocolate icing on it. Though.
It's just a simple donut. But also, I'm getting tired of the devil's food cake.
Give them to me.
I'm like, they're fine. Like, but I can't just have like 2 now. I'm getting so tired of them.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky because the rest of the family doesn't like them. I mean, the rest of the family, like, that's not the first thing to go.
What?
I know, right?
No, alright, here we go. In tier list.
Out of the 4,
There's Entenmann's Donuts. Yeah, the 4 variety pack. For those
Right.
of you who aren't familiar with Entenmann's,
they're a
it's-
donut company. They're a pastry company.
they're like a pastry company, but they make these little donut variety boxes. And the Entenmann's, the traditional Entenmann's is like a chocolate break apart, and there's like vanilla cream or like white cake inside.
Yeah,
And it's like, it's okay if
That's,
you have nothing else in your whole life.
remove the chocolate. That's what I'm talking about.
I've never eaten that.
Really,
I've never seen that before.
that's crazy. I mean, I guess since, I mean, I guess the majority goes for the all chocolate pack. But there's the white cake version of the crumb one.
I've had that before. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a different thing than what's inside.
No,
Anyways.
well, the white cake crumble one, yeah, but not the one without the frosting. That's just the same. That's just.
I've never eaten that before.
That's so strange that you haven't eaten that. I feel like you should have come across a point in
like-
time when you wake up, you're maybe
And
like
they
late
were
for school,
there.
which you're always late for school, and you're like, there's.
The fuck is that? Dig
You
up my
always are.
life, dude.
You always are late for school.
I know I'm. But you
I don't know
have to bring
now.
that
I don't
up.
know now.
No,
but
I am.
Yeah, I knew.
Here's a fun story about me in college.
What time is it?
Here's a fun story about me in college today. I went into class, and I work immediately before class starts.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes I don't get out exactly right. But I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot to staple my homework together. So I went to the computer lab, and I was like trying to find a stapler. Didn't have one. And then I walked into class.
That's the stupidest shit.
Why don't we have
There's
staplers
not
in
a stapler in my
labs?
computer lab either.
Like, we have to pay to fucking print anyways. You might as
Yeah.
well give us staples.
Yeah.
They have staplers in the libraries.
There's just when I was turning in papers into the mail office in my first semester of college, there was a stapler there because they know people would come. I don't know if they knew this, but I'm sure it was like
If you staple,
There's
they
no
will come.
fucking stapler in the computer labs where they print multiple papers at once. Let's give them a stapler at the place where they're rushing to turn it in at the last second.
But no, so, and I'm like 15 minutes late to class at this point. I'm like, damn. Like, oh. But whatever, I'm gonna miss like the beginning of the lecture. It's an hour-long class. I'm not gonna miss that much.
Right.
And we're having a pop. Like, I walk in, everybody's dead silent,
Oh, it's
and
pop
there's just like
quiz.
a problem on the board, and I'm like, oh.
Oh.
And I sit down, and I'm just like, I'm doing it. I don't even know what I'm trying to find out this equation, but I'm like writing it down. And he's like, and you have 5 minutes left. And I
Oh
was
God.
Like, oh.
Oh no.
But I was like, I was really scared because
He
I was
didn't
like,
even see you.
he did. What was he gonna say? Everybody was quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Why don't you go up to him?
what?
Hey, sir, I'm late.
I didn't.
What's on the board? Hey!
I sit down, I go up to the guy next to me, I'm like, hey,
You're elbowing
Hey, what's on the
You're
board?
elbowing me really hard.
I'm trying to take his paper.
Hey, teacher! You shut up! It's a quiet test!
Break his arm.
Oh!
Break the teacher's arm.
Oh, God! Quiet, Jim! You said it was quiet time, Jim! Can't scream, it's your students' time to shine!
But I was like,
Come on, Jim! Come on! Focus on the
my
The class is ended by this time.
I was really scared because I was like, oh man, I don't know any of this. And then I was doing it and I was like, wait a minute, I know every part of this. Like, I'm doing great. I'm fucking knocking this out. And then he was like, and put your pencils down. I was like, come on, I can finish this, please. But it was fine because he didn't actually ask us to turn it in. Because only 2 people in the class actually finished the problem out of 20. And he was like, fuck, you guys gotta know how to do this.
You guys gotta know. You're like, come on, guys. Also, I like, any college story can be started off with, and I was really scared.
I was really scared. That's the second line of any college story.
I walked into class and I was really scared.
Pulling it back. I'm late a lot to classes.
Pulling it back? How can you not have had the frosting?
That's exactly where I was trying to pull it back to. I've never had that. I've never seen that in my whole life. Pulling it back. Rating the Edmonds donuts.
Right, we forgot about that.
There's like an all chocolate donut that's got chocolate crumbs on it and then like powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Top tier.
You think that's the best?
I think that's the best.
I think
What
it's
do you think is the
too. I
best?
think it's too much. I think it's
All right, what do you think is the
After
best? Do you
having-
think Devil's Food is the best?
after having it so much. I mean, like, I used to think Devil's Food was the best. I still think it does. I think I just need to stop having it so much.
Yeah.
I think it's good. Next one is the original.
Oh, original Edmonds donuts is
Original's
like a
good.
classic.
The crumb one.
Which crumb one?
The chocolate crumb. We're not talking about the
Right, yeah.
White
Chocolate
cake.
crumb one.
chocolate crumb one. I used to really like it. There's just so much to it.
Yeah. It's a
Bottom
lot.
one. It's just the original with sprinkles. It's not necessary.
It's worse than the original one.
I mean, it's fine. It gives more crunch, and I think that's fine. I like the crunch of the donuts.
crunch.
What?
CRONCH.
No.
Crunch.
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 I think that's the
I do think that's a good place to stop
end
the
of the
episode.
podcast.
The episode.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The fuck's crunch?
Dude, I love the crunch.
How dare you?
That's
Anyway.
the title of the episode. The title of the episode is now Love the Crunch.
Love the crunch.
LOV. The CRONCH.
I hate you. Happy birthday.
Thanks. Dude, Smughat's here.
How long has this been? Almost 50 minutes. Alright. That has been Cookies and Milk.
I was like, I'm gonna leave early so I can get to class early
No.
tomorrow morning.
What? It's crazy. That doesn't happen.
I know. I mean,
All right.
especially doesn't happen now.
That was Cookies and Milk. I've been your host, William.
I've been your host, Ben. Tune in on the next day when we're recording Video Gamers. We should actually record this podcast.
I mean, like, we have so much to discuss about food.
Apparently, yeah. Next time we're playing Burning Blood as we wait for my laptop to start up.
Yeah, of course. Alright. See you next time, guys.
Later.